Hi guys, Old Kid 888. What we're looking at here is a bath waist. There's a P-trap that is there, but what's taken place is the drain itself has come mid-stride of the floor joist. So what they did here, they cut the floor joist off completely, and they didn't header off the joist. So we're just going to see what we can do to get around a situation like this. Anyway, stay tuned. So I've taken a piece of bristle board and I've laid out a tub. Here's the overflow, the main drain, the bottom of it. I'll just bring that camera down just a little bit there. So here's our plywood floor, and here's a floor joist. And once this is made up, the overflow is going to go directly into the joist. So the last thing in the world that we want to do is cut the floor joist. It's a complete no-no. If you have to do it, box it in on either side of the drain from the other two joists that are on the side of the one that you cut off. But we're just going to show a way of getting around that without even having to touch the joist. So we have this is an OS and B drain, just ABS. So we have our drain in the bottom, and you're going to take your drain and screw it into the bottom of the tub. It might get a little noisy, bear with me. Into the bottom of the tub like so. No putty, no gasket. You can put the gasket on, it's up to you, but don't apply any putty just yet. So you want that nice and firm, and it's going to, just going to rough this because I'm put that gasket in there to keep it fairly straight. You're going to take your TY and get a measurement beside the floor joist and your drain. I'll just see, so that's going to be roughly, I'm going to say around 1 7/8 inches, something like that. So if you do make your drain in place with your putty and your gasket, the problem that you're going to have, and it's not a major problem, but the problem you'll have is your drain is going directly to the back of the tub now in that direction, and you're going to you're going to put your piece of pipe in here, and you're not going to be able to push it in because of the floor joist being there. You can turn your drain up on an angle and then put it glue your piece of pipe in with a TY and then turn it down. One way of getting around that is simply take your piece of pipe, glue it in beforehand, glue it in the TY, and you can actually set it up so that it's nice and square, like so. Then you can knead your putty, place your TY and your drain up against the bottom of the tub and screw the drain into place. So in order to get back into the line of the overflow, you have two options. You can either use a fitting 45, which I absolutely love, because you do not have to cut a piece of pipe. It's just a matter of simply gluing it in place, and that's it. You can actually add this to the drain and the TY if you want before you put it in place, but you can see on the to get this perfectly straight, you can see the TY. There's a line on it there. I'm hoping you can see it anyway. And on the 45, there's also a line. Let's see if I can pick that up there. You may have to just trust me on this one. But you're going to take your ABS cement, glue that in place, and you can put it up then and tighten in the drain, or do this after. But I'm a big fan of 45s, fitting 45s. One thing to keep in mind when you're using a fitting 45, it's not like a piece of pipe in a fitting where you can glue it in and turn it. Quite often you'll glue it in place and that's it. So you want to make sure you have it lined up exactly where you want it to go, and slide it in. So then you're going to take a 45 with a short piece of pipe, and you'll be working behind here now, so it's just a matter of gluing this in place. And you can align your 245s. They have 8 marks on them, and each one of them is 45 degrees. So that's the point that you're at there now. So it's just a matter of bringing your overflow down. But on the back of many tubs today, they do have a bit of an angle on them. Some tubs you luck out and they're very square to the floor. I should say perpendicular, the back is. This one, if you were to take your bath waste or your overflow and put your pipe in it, you can see there that there's no way this is going to be glued into place without some serious trouble. It's just not going to happen. So what OS and B have come up with is they've come up with a bushing, and you can see that it has an angle on it. And you're simply going to take your overflow, line up these 2 lines, glue it in place. I'm not going to push it in all the way, but glue it in place. Then you're going to take, then you're actually going to take your gasket, put it onto the back of the tub, screw this piece into the tub. Some of them bolt in there. This one happens to screw in, just like so. Then take your measurement. Then, in order to glue that into place, you're going to have to remove this from the tub, glue the piece in, and you're all set. So that's how we get around a floor joist. The last thing in the world you want to do is cut a floor joist off. Like I say, if you have to cut it off, make sure you box it in from the other joists on either side of the one that you've cut off. Anyway, I hope that helps in any situations you come across, and have a great day.